Monkey D. Dragon sucks. Quick mini rant. Can Dragon actually do something? All the big players are making big moves and he's just sitting there with shocked faces every other chapter. Like, bro, what are you doing? This made me remember something quite annoying about the community. Most people put Monkey D. Dragon in their top 5 strongest characters in all of One Piece. But why? We've never actually seen Dragon do anything besides talk and react. The community simply makes such bold statements based on the fact that he's listed as the most wanted man. That can mean a lot of things, but the community simply chooses to interpret that as the world's strongest man, which is understandable. However, there's many ways of interpreting that. You gotta keep in mind, characters like Buggy exists. He is among the most wanted people in the world. So why? Why do people make such statements as if they know the full context? I'm not here to say that Dragon will not be in the top 5. I'm only here to say that the community should not collectively act like this is the consensus. Although this is irrelevant, but just to make it known, I do think Dragon will end up in the top 10 at least. I'm simply trying to make a point about the community here. Moving on, in a story like One Piece, things are far too vague to make absolute statements on. We often don't know the extent of a character's full power set as the narrative likes to prevent them from going all out. Or worse, they get relegated to being a silhouette. Oda likes to keep things vague on purpose. It gives him the flexibility to sell an idea about a character without fully committing to it early on. For example, during the first 2 arcs of the post-time skip, we are led to believe that Luffy's training simply consisted of 2 things: mastering Haki and enhancing his first 2 gears. However, during fights with Doflamingo, Cracker, and Katakuri, it is then revealed to us that he had attained Gear 4 and 3 forms of it at that. So the initial idea that Oda was trying to sell to us in the first 2 arcs of the post-time skip is that Luffy is struggling here. He didn't want to tell us that he had Gear 4 at the time. He just wanted to sell to us that he was struggling with Hody Jones and Caesar Clown. But in reality, Luffy could have pulled out Gear 4 at any time to defeat those villains. This also allows Oda to maintain the intrigue in the story, as he doesn't like to reveal all of his cards at once. For the longest time, until chapter 1079 that is, I would tell people that assuming Shanks was top 5 was illogical. I was not trying to say that he wasn't going to end up in the top 5. Instead, I was simply trying to say that we had not seen him make an attack at that point. All we had seen from him is hear about his reputation and some admittedly impressive haki. However, now that we have seen Shanks attack after he obliterated Kid, I do definitely believe that he belongs in the top 10 at least, if not top 5. I just think that the community jumping the gun and already throwing characters in the top 5 or the top 10 was kind of premature and illogical. At least Dragon definitely doesn't belong there yet, until we see a proper feat from him that would land him there. I would see all of these One Piece YouTubers make their top 30 strongest characters, which I love watching, by the way. They're super entertaining. Shout out to King of Lightning, for example. However, those type of videos always end up having Shanks and Dragon in the top 5, which I never understood. Like, why? If we had not seen feats from those characters, why would we throw these characters in? Like, why assume Dragon has Conqueror's Haki, for example, if we had not seen him use it? If we were to apply that logic to all characters in One Piece, then Buggy would belong in the top 10 strongest characters, as he's a Yonko. Oda, through the use of bounties, has kept pushing to us the idea that strength is not everything. It's also about reputation. So you gotta consider both strength and reputation. You can't simply jump the gun and make assumptions based off of one only. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the subscribe button, as it really helps a small YouTuber like me. Besides that, the common question of the day is, do you think that Dragon is stronger or weaker than Shanks? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.